HHA is hard, da, da, da. But when you think about it, honey, which job is easy? There's no job that is out here that is actually easy. Find one. Find one. I would want to do it. Find a job that is easy. No job is easy. So let me be the one who say I don't want to do this, or let me be the one to say this is not for me. But don't try to discourage me because of your experience.
I like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Zorian. And if you have been here for a while, then you would have known that I've been missing for the entire month of March. And I'm here to clear up what I've been doing, where I have been, so yeah. So I took the month off to do the home health aid program. Now in this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the HHA program, what you need to do to get started, and how you could become a HHA and move up like myself, because the plan is to become an HHA and then up to a CNA and onward until I complete my RN journey. Okay, I do plan to document my journey. That is why I'm recording a video like this now, to show you guys how I started and what the process was like for me. Okay, so if you are interested, then be sure to keep on watching. Okay, so the first things first, what is or who is a home health aide? Now that is pretty self-explanatory, because it's a person who cares for a patient in the comfort of their homes, right? So it's similar to a CNA in a nursing home or even the hospital, but it's just convenient for the patient by you taking care of them in their actual house, right? I would therefore go to the person's house every day, or whenever I have a shift for that person, I'd go there and I would help them with something called ADLs, also known as activity of daily living, right? So it's just like general things that we do to ourselves: brush your teeth, use the restroom, walk, eat, every little thing that you could possibly think of. A home health aide will help their patient with doing that. Okay, so now that I told you guys who is a home health aide, let me just get right into the other stuff. Okay, so the requirements for the position, or for your school. So when I started out, it's gonna be somewhat like a little story time. Okay, so when I started, I was doing a research. So you want to make sure that you're researching the programs, where you could take the programs in your state. You could take it like in hospitals or schools, or even vocational institutions like the one that I did. So of course I'm not going to be saying the name of the school just because of privacy reasons. I did it at a Institute of Vocational Training Center. Okay, so it's a school that you could go there to do your bunch of different courses, your CNA, your HHA, your all the other courses you could think of. You could do it at that school. So that's where I went, right? Luckily I was doing a research myself and I saw it as one of the options to go, and then my great friend actually went to the school and she told me about it. So I was just like, perfect. She recommended that school to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and call it a day. So you get into your school. You want to make sure that you are on top of things by calling your school to make sure that you don't miss the start date, because trust me, the positions can be filled really quickly. The classes, I should say, are filled really quickly. So you want to make sure that you're staying on top of things. You call the school every day. Listen, the receptionist, she knew me. She just answered and be like, hey girl, yeah. Because I be calling every day to make sure that I'm staying on top of the game. Okay, so you're gonna need your high school diploma if you did your high school in the US. But for me, I was an international student, so I had to get a form notarized by a certain person. So I'll explain that later, right? So your high school diploma, your deposit. Of course, I made a $150 deposit. Yeah, $150 deposit. Each school varies. So my school was just reasonable, where I did $150 deposit. And on the same day, I received a textbook. So this is the textbook that we used. Trust me, we completed everything in this textbook, okay? Trust me, my teacher was really good like that. An ID card. So you needed an identification card, whether it is your state ID, a US passport, or, you needed your ID. I did this class a few weeks back, so forgive me if I'm not remembering everything off the top of my head. But it was really simple upon starting, okay? You are going to need your social if you decide to work as a home health aide or a taxed ID. You don't need a social for the class that I took, or at the school that I did it at. You didn't need a social to join the class, okay? But I'm not sure if other schools make that a requirement for you to need your social to start. So that's the requirement: your ID, your birth certificate, a deposit, and your diploma or a notary form, right? That's it. Also, in order to complete it, they're gonna give you a physical exam that you're gonna need to take and complete by a physician. So you're gonna need a physical report completed in order to get your certificate at the end of the class. Okay, so how long does this class last? So each school varies. I'm not sure if I've come across one that lasted for a month, but luckily enough, mine lasted for only 3 weeks. So it was just really short, simple. It was from 9 to 2 p.m. And I did manage to balance it between work. So I did 9 to 2 at the class, and then I did a shift of 3 to 10 and 3 to 11 at my job. Your girl was in grind mode, and that's why I did not have time to scratch my head. I'm literally not kidding. Like I told my partner that I won't be cooking for an entire month just because I'm just like so consumed with work and school. Like this, it was really an experience for me, okay? So my class lasted for 3 weeks, and like I said, the schedule was 9 to 2. You do have options where you take it on the weekends, but I feel like when you take it on the weekends, it's like a longer time. I think it was 10 weeks instead of 3. Where am I kidding? It's probably like 5 weeks or 6 weeks, you know? Yeah, I'm probably mixing it up with the CNA class. My experience, it was really fun. Let me tell you guys, I met a group of people who had the same dream as me, and I was the youngest of in my class, of course. The teacher actually gave me a nickname, Baby. She called me Baby. So I was the baby of the class because I was, of course, the youngest. I met a lot of warm persons because everybody had the same desire. Everybody wanted a better job. Everybody wanted to do something they were more passionate about and something that was paying you more. You get what I'm saying? Because let me tell you guys a little sneak peek too. If you are doing your researches, this job does pay. If you are not demanding, like for me, I'm young, I don't have a chick or a child, and I don't have loans, thankfully, thank God. So it's not a case where I'm gonna be needing something that's paying me $50 an hour right now. You know what I'm saying? So this job pays you. You could find agencies that pay you from $17 to up to $25 an hour, okay? And you could do this as a full-time job. So yes, you could get 40 hours or even more. You could work overtime and such like that, okay? So it all depends on what you want and which agency you're working for. You don't have to worry about that. I hope I'm not confusing you guys with anything. So my experience was really nice. I met a lot of warm persons. Everybody was really emotional and supportive. Persons spoke different languages in there, so it's good if you actually know English before starting, because that is the core subject or the core language that you need to know when taking this class. Especially if you're doing it in the US, it is mandatory that you know English. And yeah, there wasn't much to my experiences. Oh yeah, I'm lying. So for the skills, I think we did 20 skills in the classroom. That is like the ADLs, like I was telling you about, like brushing your teeth, helping your patient to brush their teeth, clean their dentures, feed them, help them to changing a different position. You know, if you have a bedbound patient, you want to make sure that you know how to change her position or change his position. You can't have him laying on his hand or his right side for more than 2 hours. You know, as time goes by, you're gonna get it. And then it's like 20 skills, like I said, and we did like around 3 or 4 each day, right? They're pretty simple. The thing with the skills is that you can't really mess up because it's something you do to yourself. So it's like you're not gonna be learning how to go and change a freaking engine or change a tire or something that you would need instructions. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows by now how to brush your teeth, how to shower themselves, and how to care for themselves, you know? So it's just like common sense, really. And of course, you're gonna have a few medical reasons or terminologies that you're gonna use in the class. And that is why you go to the class, so you could be more, you know, educated about that. There are different things, of course, a certain brush you would use when you're using to clean the denture. I'm not gonna make this a whole class right now, but you know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. So it's not, oh my gosh, 20 skills. Yeah, it's really simple, 20 skills. And then on the day of the exam, you will execute at least 5 of these skills. Hand washing was the mandatory one, so you have to know how to wash your hands. I'm sure by now most of you guys would have heard from COVID, you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, you know, by singing happy birthday song for at least 2 times or so. You know, so that was just like a mandatory skill that we had to pass. Also, each day we were given a theory test to do. So from the textbook, again, you're gonna be reading, like we read 3 to 4 chapters each day, and they were pretty lengthy. Like I said, we completed the entire textbook in the course of 3 weeks. Still nothing to worry about because it's all common sense. Of course, there are a few parts in it that you don't know, like how to hold a child, how to care for someone who has Alzheimer's disease. You know, there are a few facts in the book that you're going to need to know. But apart from that, everything is really fun. It was really a fun experience for me because, like I said, I am pursuing something in the medical field. I do plan to become a registered nurse. Also, I'm taking the easiest route for me, or the cheapest route for me, and the most convenient route, because I don't see it makes sense for me to start by pulling out tons of student loans or just go to a school for how many years and just invest solely in school. I want it to be flexible where I'm able to work and go to class and complete everything just the same, because at the end of the day, you're leaving with your degree just the same, you're leaving with your license just the same, you're leaving with your certificate just the same. It's just a different route from probably your neighbor, your friend. It's just a different route they took. Okay, so we did a test every single day, a test or 2 every single day, just to make sure that we are understanding what we are reading from the textbook. Yeah, and then we were given the opportunity. My school is really nice. It made us feel like we actually graduated from a school or a college. We dressed up and we took a picture. We had it on graduation day. So at the end of the 3 weeks, we gathered some gifts for our teacher and our presidents and, you know, all of that jazz. So it was really a fulfilling time. It wasn't something that felt boring. Like, I actually look forward to going to class more than ever because, like I said, there are people of all different ages, races, everything. Like, everybody's there ready to be a part of one group. Like, we didn't look at anybody any different. We were all helping each other to pass the class, you know. That was all our aim, and we all passed, you know. I'm trying to remember if I'm leaving out anything, so forgive me if I don't include everything. Like I said, I took this class a few weeks ago now, but I will be definitely updating you guys on everything that I am doing in the process. So far, I did the class, I passed, and I'm now moving, and I got my certificate and everything, and I'm now moving on to working in a patient's home. I'm really excited about doing that. And also, I will be doing my CNA course shortly after. So stay tuned with that, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted with everything. I'm hoping that I'm not missing out anything. But yeah, I think I've covered your requirements, the experience. Oh, child, let me tell you something. Those scrubs, because we had to wear navy blue scrubs, and for the CNAs, they would wear white. Tell me why I done spend $300 on scrubs. Yeah, $300 were for my scrubs, and that was like 3 pairs of scrub, child. 3 pairs of scrubs. But I love scrubs. It's always been my dream to wear my scrubs. So I was, you know, like, let me spend a bag on my scrubs, you know, because I'm gonna have them to work in. You know, it's not like I'm just throwing them out after class. I can wear these scrubs to work. I have my scrubs. These were the most expensive parts of my scrubs. I didn't tell you the total of my class. My class was $600, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's still worth it though. It definitely is worth it because you will be rewarded in the long run. And it's just a very fun experience. Like, I know persons are gonna be like, oh, HHA is hard, da, da, da. But when you think about it, honey, which job is easy? There's no job that is out here that is actually easy. Find one. I would want to do it. Find a job that is easy. No job is easy. So you just have to do something that you are passionate about. Do something that is worth it, worth your time, worth your effort, worth every single thing. Like, that is why I'm moving on to something that's better, because I value my time. And for a person who has no child, I don't want to be stressing myself out doing something that I'm not passionate about, something that's not aiding into my career. You get what I'm saying? So I had a lot of negative persons saying, oh, are you sure you want to do this? Let me be the one who say I don't want to do this, or let me be the one to say this is not for me. But don't try to discourage me because of your experience. You might not like blood, you might not like hiccups, you know the thing. I don't like those things either, but I've never experienced it. Let me be the one to go test the waters and be like, shit, this really isn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I decided to do this route that I'm taking, the more affordable way. So I'm not going full on to school and then waste my degree. Because I personally don't think it makes sense for a person to spend a whole lot of money, do a degree, and then have it sit and not use their degree. Like, you went through so much struggle to have that put down. Not gonna be me. So I'm making sure that this is something that I really want to do, and this is something that I'm passionate. And so I'm not going dive head down, facing down, before confirming that this is something I can manage. So starting off small and then I work my way up to the top, you're gonna see me. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. But I will be making a series of these videos because, like I said, I am going to be documenting this journey just for my personal reasons, and because I noticed that when I wanted to research this job or this, you know, position before starting it, there weren't many videos on YouTube with these information. So I wanted to make sure that if I have younger viewers or viewers who are interested in doing this, they will be educated about it. Okay, so I think I've rambled enough. I hope this was a pretty good informative video for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another one. Okay.